Okay, this is the latest, I guess, addition you want to call it to the furnace. Number one, this is a older furnace, about 30 years old. Now, if you go way down here, I'm going to take it right up into here, and you notice that that's not blocked off. That's opened to what they call the inducer motor's fan. So the inducer motor can still suck in and cool itself off and so on. I did put in a small window to check on the flames because you got to make sure the flames are working right. But everything else, all the ventilation on this, I closed off and vented it to the outside. So I basically cut a hole inside the furnace, ran 3-inch PVC up into the rafters. You can see it up into there, okay? And then across. I'm going to come over here, hopefully we can see it good. And then I'm going to shine a light on it for you. And then we ran it into this 6-inch ductwork here. This ductwork comes directly from the outside. Just to give you an idea, this ductwork here, I piped it upward, so it goes up almost 1 foot up, which is nice because then the cold air doesn't tend to rise too much, so you don't get a whole lot of cold draft. And that was the whole reason for doing this. I didn't want the cold draft. So basically it picks the air up from here, runs it across, brings it down, and it goes right into there. Okay, so again, I don't need these open because these here ventilated the what we call in the basement air as combustion air. Now if you notice, this basement is, and you can't really see it on the camera too much, but we put in 2 bedrooms, a full bathroom, and another living room down here. So this furnace used to have about 1,800 square foot of air to combust with. It doesn't have that anymore. So instead of dropping just a pipe down here with cold air exhausting off to the side, I decided to do it this way. Made more sense to me because I didn't want a cold drafty basement, especially with the other half of the basement being done. I did, however, and I'm going to go back up and show you this, go across, and there it is. Okay, and then bumped it up. Now here, if I go across, I put in an air stop right here. So basically this right here, if I'm running my my fireplace, because this goes to the fireplace. This is the cold air that goes to the fireplace because I have a really elaborate fireplace with, it heats the entire house. So when it's not functioning, this is closed. If I choose to function it, all I do is pull that down, and now it's wide open. It's getting the air it needs to run the fireplace. So again, pop it up, and now she's fine. And basically the 2 items never run at the same time, so this is not a problem. But like I said, I put that shut off there because in the living room you could sort of feel the cooler air up around by the fireplace, even though it's sealed up. So that's locked there. But again, this whole pipe, all 6 inches of it, served no purpose other than the fireplace. So I decided to duck into it, grab it up, and use that. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you, and I'm going to clumsily grab this. Alright, got the furnace open now. Okay, so now you can see inside the furnace here, everything's just the same. Inducer motors here, and again, that inducer motor is extremely cool. It runs really good. It pulls in through the back side like I talked about, because I opened up that ventilation part in the back side there, and then it just exhausts right into this cavity. So you know, we got the inducer fan working right. But then if you follow this up right across from where the burners are at, right there, boom, right behind this pipe here, which is the pipe for getting the exhaust out, you've got this one breathing in. So it's right inside there, and then it drops again right onto the burners here and gives us combustion, and life is good. But for me, this made more sense than just dropping because I could have just ran this pipe down, left it wide open, sitting right here, and then the furnace would have pulled the air from it into the furnace. However, this just works really, really good. And again, we don't get that cold draftiness in the basement. So again, I'm not saying you want to do this. And when you go to do this, really be careful, because you know, your furnace may not be designed to do this. My furnace wasn't designed to do this, but I took the proper care. I checked everything. I made sure that everything would run right. You have to make sure that none of this stuff's going to get too warm inside there. So I went and I checked everything. I checked the vent gas coming out. I checked the vent gas going in. So I made sure everything was being supplied correctly. So again, I'm not saying you can do this. I wouldn't just go ahead and take it upon yourself to do it. But if you do know something about furnaces and you understand a combustion furnace, this just made more sense to me. Again, there's my little 3-inch port for my air. Okay, and then again, here's the outside of it. Yeah, not the I guess the most artistic looking thing, but it did the job. It works, and we don't get a, like, even right now with that open, I can feel the cool air right here coming out of the furnace. Whereas when this thing shut up, it doesn't come out of the furnace. You don't notice it. It's not like, oh, that's a nice cool blast of air there. So, but again, that's what I did. Again, I had to seal everything up here, just so you understand, guys. This right here is just to seal this up so no air would leak out here, no air would leak out here. And again, the back side of this is how I pulled this off, just so you can see it. Hold on a minute. Okay, I put the tape right there on it. It's all sealed up. There's a little window I made, and that's only plexiglass, guys. That's a really thin piece of plexiglass. So you can tell this doesn't get hot. It's been running this way for 6 weeks, and it's never ever got hot, warm, or anything. So again, all I did was seal that off so that this would suck the air from this ductwork. Okay, and then basically use outside air instead of my basement air, and it worked out perfect. It was great. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Again, I know I've done a lot of videos on this furnace. I love this furnace. It runs great. I just put another one out there a while ago about how to oil the motor, the blower motor. But again, you know, 30-year-old furnace, solidly built, runs good, economical. You know, keep it as long as you can. So again, hopefully this helps you. Again, I'm not telling people to do this. I'm not saying that this is something you should try, but for me, this made more sense than just having a big cold draft in my basement all the time. And I double checked everything to make sure it was fine and it was safe and it would work not only correctly but safely. All right. Well, thanks again for watching. Bye bye.